The board of directors is unfazed. All right, good shit. Good shit. The tech is going to keep improving. We're going to keep looking for, as I said, we already have some guests lined up for next week. We're going to talk about the one Solana meme coin that was able to rip to 80 million. That's an insane story that I need to figure out what the hell happened there. Because if he has cracked the code on how this is going to work, I think we're going to see a lot of other coins replicate that, right? I think we will see some other coins and other people launch streamer coins that do that. I also think it's such a hated narrative right now, and like there's so much stigma. Like I haven't even checked my tweet of when I announced the stream, but I imagine there's tons of people that are like, what are you doing? This is a scam, whatever else. The view just really doesn't change. And I also don't think it's any different than any of the SocialFi apps that people have been using for the past 5 years or 2 or 3 years. Like there's Twitter accounts that logged into Friendtech, made hundreds of thousands of dollars of fees, and straight up didn't do anything on Friendtech, just nuked their Friendtech key. And I've seen some of those same people be like, pump fund streaming, what a scam. It's like, come on, bro, what do you do? What are we talking about? Yo, talk to Alon about the nude GIF robot spam. I'll mess them. Dude, they're chads. They're figuring it all out. Like the tech really is improving. Look, Pump Fund is performing insanely well. The revenues are still there. It was cool to get Thread's take on how the meme coin stuff's going to play out. I think that's definitely the biggest question is like, what does this mean for Solana meme coins this cycle? I'm probably a little bit more bearish than most on how that all works, just because like it's a really extractive game right now. I do think they're like Binance, clearly we can have runners there, but meme coins aren't going away. Pump Fund is still churning out insane amounts of revenue. It's the best kind of tech and crypto story of this entire cycle, be outside of Polymarket. So it's like, you know, if attention fades somewhere else and if it does flow here, I'm very interested to see how streamer coins and just how this whole thing grows. But it takes time. It takes time. Even Pump Fund with meme coins took a little while for people to like be excited about what was going on here. What do I think Pump can do FTV wise? The thing is, even if you have a price target for Pump or a price target for whatever, it's like there's a handful of coins like Pump, Hyperliquid. I even think Astra could be in that mix. I know some people don't, but there's a handful of coins it just makes sense to own. Like if you just look at the drivers of why certain coins are going up, there's certain coins that are just going to keep catching a passive bid. And I do think that some of the Dino coins, some of the majors that are getting ETFs are also going to catch a passive bid. And they're going to be hated rallies. Like ZEC is a great example. It came out of nowhere. That could do really well for a period of time and it's pissed people off. But there's like a handful of coins where you probably just want to own them. And so I don't have like an insane target. I have no idea what Pump's going to do. They also have an airdrop. I mean, the price is going up to a certain, like, it's not just them buying. It feels like someone else knows something about Pump Fund. I don't have that inside info, but I think regardless of the price target, I would hold Pump. I could be very, very wrong, but holding a coin where they're buying millions of dollars a day and seem like as committed as ever to keep doing that, and it seems like someone else with even bigger money is also doing that. Yeah, I'm going to keep holding Pump. Glad the buy bot works. The chat thing is working too. Why is the... That's wrong. 1 second. Let me fix that. That looks a little bit better. Yeah, so I'm not sure, but interesting first podcast. I think the next thing I want to experiment with this is like, if it just makes more sense to restream this, right? If pushing this to Twitter, because obviously it'll get thousands of, or way more viewers, probably 100x more viewers there, and still doing the stream. There's just so many different things we have to try, but the streams will continue. But yeah, it was cool to do the first pod. I'm glad Thread was down. And then next week, as I said, so we'll have, we're going to have the guy that launched this coin from 0 to 80 million. That's an insane story. I want to have someone on to talk about the NFT strategy tokens. It's like these Ponzi's of NFTs that are going to 100 mil. That's like a not very talked about corner of the market right now. And they're launching these new strategies